Do something bad to us, we are going to do things to you that have never been done before.
What the f*** is that, dude?
Well, g'day, folks. How you going? Hope your Saturday morning is going pretty well. I did tell you I'd probably throw in a bit of a bonus show over the weekend. I didn't know that I was going to quite expect it to be as exciting as it is. If you woke up this morning like I did, I woke up to a text from Black Sheep telling me how happy he was that he was $1,000 richer because of his investments that he'd put into gold and silver. Now, that happened overnight. Increases in the market have been happening consistently in the last 48 to 60 odd hours. And well, we've seen the Australian silver price break through the $50 an ounce barrier, which was something we've spoken about previously at length. And we've seen gold go through the $4,000 an ounce barrier. What does it all mean? Does it mean we're all millionaires, or does it mean we now have to be extra careful? To find out more, I thought we best go to the source of all great information when it comes to precious metals. Of course, I'm talking about the CEO of Ainslie Bullion. And this morning, I've caught him at, a junior test match, shall we say, in Brisbane. Good morning, Michael Engermann, CEO of Ainslie Bullion. Thank you for joining us at a very special day at the cricket.
G'day, Carl. Yeah, no problems. Pleased to be on board.
Now, despite the hat, because you are out in the sun, we understand that you've got to protect that, crystal lily white complexion of yours. People have woken up this morning, mate, and are very, very excited that, we've been talking about gold and silver purchases for some time now, and all of a sudden they're starting to see some dramatic increases in the price. What does it all mean?
Yeah, well, exciting indeed. I mean, silver up over 5% overnight. I mean, some of the super funds that people put their retirement savings into can't even do that in a year. So we are absolutely seeing some increases across gold and silver at the moment. I mean, to put your finger on the actual reason. There's so many reasons out there, Carl. We find it really hard when we get asked the question why. I think fundamentally it's got a lot to do with the way that the economies of the world are being run, or lack of, probably is a better term. So, but yeah, there's lots and lots of reasons. But, this was expected. We are expecting that, precious metals to have this increase. It's happening. Obviously, they don't go up in a straight line, so there may be a small correction. But I think over time, these things will continue to traject north and see even higher prices than we're seeing now.
Well, I was going to say, Newton's law does come into play in this market, doesn't it? What goes up must come down.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, but, since the year 2000, you can look at the charts of the precious metals and you can see it's only, long term, it's gone north. So if you look at the minute, days and weeks and months of a chart, yep, you can get pretty scared by that. But if you look and you focus out your attention, you'll see that it just continues to track north. So, and I think as long as the economies of the world continue doing what they're doing, then this is the safe bet, and this is why people are flocking to safety. I mean, it's not just people, though, Carl. The other point to make, and people need to understand, is this is what central banks are doing all around the world. So we're not doing anything different to what they're doing. So they're all flocking to precious metals as well.
Somebody, Mr. Bill in the chat, has just put up, they're devaluing their debt. Is that, a symptom of what's happening here? Is debt being devalued?
Yeah, well, I mean, as the dollar goes up, that's what, I've been saying for some time. It's not, things aren't actually costing anymore. It doesn't cost you anymore to get a serviceman, an electrician around to fix a light bulb. It's not that costs you anymore. It just means that you have to use more of our devalued dollars to pay for it, which means more dollars to pay for that sort of service or to buy that item. It actually doesn't mean any more. That doesn't cost you anymore. It's just that our dollar's worth less. So he's spot on.
I've been receiving a lot of calls or texts and emails this morning. People are excited and they are using the website to buy now. Of course, if you go to ainsleyBullion.com.au and you put Voice of Freedom or my name in the notes section, the general notes section of your order, you'll get a bit of a discount, which is great. Now, that will be applied at the invoice stage of things, Michael. That's how it works, isn't it? You sort of don't see it until you get your invoice.
Yeah, look, we're still, we're not we're still obviously a family-run business, and every order that's placed online comes through to us via an email. We get an email notification that order is there and it needs to be processed. So we then we have a staff member that then manually processes that order against that customer and sends an email back with an invoice attached to it with all the details to pay. So there'll be bank details on that for bank transfer. Those that can make it into either Melbourne or Brisbane stores on the Monday can come in and pay cash for it. Or bank transfer, whatever they like. But yes, that should be explained in the very last couple of steps of the transaction online. It's pretty clear to tell you that please stand by, watch out for your email, and you'll get one back. Now, over the weekend, I've got the lovely Anthony. Anthony works over the weekend and processes web orders, but he also has 3 kids. And those kids obviously need a bit of attention. So we don't get to them straight away, not like during the week. We are pretty much actioning those immediately. Over the weekend, he gets to them when he can, but pretty much all web orders up until 6 p.m. Sunday are completed on the weekend, but they just don't get completed straight away. He might have half an hour or an hour spare here and there, and then he just does a heap of them at a time. So, just maybe probably anyone that's ordering over the weekend, Carl, just check their inbox, each night, so Saturday night or Saturday evening and then Sunday evening, and it should be there ready to pay.
And you'll get it at the price that it is at the time you are making your purchase, not at the time he processes the order.
Oh, look, when you process that, so when you place that order as a customer, and you can see on your screen that price of, let's just say it's a Wally Wombat. You've bought one of those Wombat coins, and the price you see on the screen is the price that is locked in for you until forever. It doesn't change. So it's not when Anthony processes it or we process it in the store. It's locked in as you place that order and commit to that order. And there's a few, prompts that say, are you sure you want to go through with this? Do you have money in your bank to follow through with this? Are you positive? And once you say yes, 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 then that's the price you pay and it locks it in.
Obviously, Ainslie Bullion deliver all over the nation. You do so in a secure fashion. Is there a charge for the postage on top of the buy?
Yeah, so that's all calculated online as well. So if you select that box, if you tick that you want that delivered to yourself to a physical address, say 1A Street, that will be calculated, and that will be as part of the cost that you see online, and it will be included in your invoice when it gets emailed to you. Probably the only little mention there, if you choose a PO box, Post Office, Australia Post charge us $10 more, so we pass that $10 on. So you just got to pay an extra $10, but that's all calculated as well. So yes, absolutely, it's all part of that invoice charge.
It's the weekend here in Australia, coming into that in other parts of the world. Do we expect the prices to move a lot over the weekend, or is it with anything in the market? We don't expect anything, we just watch and wait.
Yeah, no, good, really good question. For those that aren't aware, price does not move over the weekend at all. So markets are closed. So New York Stock Exchange is where it all gets derived. So, and it stops Saturday morning early, Australia time, and does not open again until Monday morning early, Australia time. So the entire weekend, the prices are locked in, the markets are closed. So any orders placed over that weekend don't move anyway. They stay the same until the market reopens Monday morning.
So the idea is lock in your sale now, or your buy now. Monday morning when the price comes back online, I know I'm sort of asking you to look into a crystal ball here, and I realise that's not something that you do. But when the market reopens Monday morning, would you expect it to remain stagnant, go up, or go down?
Markets Monday, look, that is a crystal ball. It's a real... we don't know the percentage, but I would say it's pretty even across the year, across the times that we look at. We don't really know what's going to happen Monday morning. There's so many factors at play, in particular, what goes on over the weekend. So, there might be some things happen this weekend, with all of the tensions around the wars that are around the world. If some of that, gets worse, well, I can tell you it's only going to go up on Monday morning. But if we have a pretty placid weekend and nothing really changes over the weekend, it's a 50-50 bet what happens Monday morning. So it's, and to that point, then it's just, well, do you either, you lock in the price on the weekend, you're taking you're doing that not to play the market, because you don't do that with physical precious metals. You're doing, I would expect that most customers are buying into precious metals because they believe in a varied number of reasons, but mostly because they want to be outside the system and have some wealth stored that can't be taken away from them.
Another bit of wealth building opportunity that Ainslie Bullion provide is a crypto service now, Ainslie Crypto. Bitcoin is pushing up towards $70,000 again. Where does crypto sit this weekend? Should people be thinking about that?
Yeah, absolutely. So crypto has jumped up as well. We've seen Bitcoin in particular rise. I think it's sitting somewhere around 69 or thereabouts. Now, that's a very different market, because that is 24/7. That does not stop trading. So if your listeners watch Bitcoin over the weekend, or crypto in general, they will see that absolutely continues to trade, and people can trade that 24/7. You can't trade it with Ainslie 24/7 because we are only taking orders and helping our customers during the working week. But any of the ones that are able to jump online and do those things themselves, they can trade that 24/7. So
somebody in the chat has just mentioned, and I had heard this news as well, later next week, the 22nd, there is expecting to be an announcement from the BRICS organisations about a new currency backed with gold. Have you heard anything about that?
Yeah, lots of stories around this are there. It's been going on for some time. So the specific nature of what's happening on the 22nd, I can't add anything to that. But it's no secret that they are absolutely fed up with being tied to the US dollar, and putting it back to gold is their intention, and there's little wonder why they're doing that. So,
yep, cool. So all metals seem to be going up at the moment. Can we talk about platinum for a moment? I was asked the question this morning by somebody who was actually online buying at the time: should I be buying platinum? Where is the advantage in buying platinum over silver or gold?
Well, it's an even smaller market cap than silver. Gold's market cap. Silver's even smaller than gold, and then platinum's a tiny part of that. So your advantage of buying platinum, and I'm not for or against it, I'm neutral on it. I think at the moment it's great value where it's sitting, and we did expect, and it's only our opinions, we thought platinum would have gone as well. So being such a smaller market cap, who knows, Carl, but I can tell you, if it does explode, being such a smaller market cap, it's going to explode in a big way, probably even bigger than what we think silver will do. So, those that want to, have a bet on that, or, put some money into platinum as well. Generally speaking, in the past, gold, silver, they all go up, and so does platinum. So, but I can't tell you why platinum hasn't moved at the moment. I think lots of commentators around the world are even asking the question as to why not. So,
well, platinum is more an industrial use metal, isn't it?
Yep. Very well observed. And yes, it is. Silver has elements of that, and it's becoming more industrial than it's ever been as well. So who knows? It's just one of those, I suppose. There's so many factors in these markets, and I think that if platinum does get a chance to go, being that it is such a small market cap, it won't take many people to get on board, and all of a sudden you will see some pretty, and we've seen it before. We've seen what platinum can do. Remembering platinum used to be higher than gold at one stage. So
yeah,
is it going to do it again? It's anyone's guess, really.
So advice for people this weekend, though we don't really give financial advice. If you happen to have a few dollars in the bank and you are looking to maybe increase your a little, we should be jumping on and buying now. And it's a matter really of what you can afford to buy, really. Silver, if you can, gold, if you can, platinum, if you can, I guess. But if you're looking to increase your wealth, would silver be the option for most people first?
Great. You led with the advice part. We cannot give financial advice. We do not give financial advice. We are a vehicle that assists people getting in and out of this space. So it is very much a personality thing. It's very much we help people bring their decision ability from way out wide to a finer point to be able to make a decision on what they want: silver, gold, platinum, big bars, small bars, coins, cast, minted, etc. So, I think the question is, where should they put it? It is a personality thing. It's very much what they believe. We obviously believe that silver is going to, as a percentage, increase greater than what gold will eventually. We can't tell you and the listeners when that slingshot will occur, but historically there is a slingshot, and we use the word slingshot because it's exactly what happens with silver, that once gold gets to a certain point, and we don't know where that's going to end, but it's going to be a lot further north than now, where that ends, and then all of a sudden silver just takes off, and silver's gold to silver ratio drops dramatically. Now, there is a really good piece of news that was put out with some insights. There's a video on our website with that Dhruv explaining the gold-silver ratio. It's a really, really intelligent piece.
Yeah.
It's probably one of the better pieces that I've seen in a long time, talked about gold-silver ratio. So some people, to help them with their research, have a look at that. And, it might help with, should I invest in gold? Should I invest in silver? Or should I invest in platinum?
Yeah, that was actually a really great interview, Spot. I watched that yesterday, and available through the Ainslie Bullion website, of course. And of course, if you haven't signed up to the Ainslie newsletter, out of the Ainslie newsletter that turned up yesterday. So there is also some other great stuff in the Bullion newsletter, including your exclusive tour behind the scenes of the Perth Mint. Can we just touch on that quickly? The 1 ton gold coin was pretty impressive.
Well, is that about 130, 140 odd $1 million at the moment? Its current value.
Yeah.
And very impressive to have a look at. I mean, you kind of look at it and think, wow, a lot of value tied up in one coin, and it's obviously been there for some time. So it wasn't that value, as we all know, gold, where it's come and where it's gone to.
And they set it all up, obviously.
But absolutely.
Looks like we've had...
You there, Carl?
We had a bit of a dropout. Yeah, you're back now. Cool. We had a bit of a dropout.
No, it was a great tour. I can only recommend it to anyone that wants to get a little bit more knowledge about precious metals and how they actually get into our hands as customers. Definitely take the time and visit the Perth Mint, because the team over there do an exceptional job.
Found it terribly interesting to see how they work the gold. They melt the bars down. They roll it out into strips, and then they hammer that down and press that down, and it's the right gauge, the right weight, the right everything. They stamp it all out. There isn't an ounce of anything that is lost. It's all reused. There's not, you don't find little gold shavings on the floor you can sweep up and throw out. Very impressive setup. So if people want to go and have a look, then the Ainslie Bullion website is the place to go and have a look behind the scenes at the Perth Mint. Really, really interesting. And of course, Ainslie Bullion has had a long relationship with the Perth Mint, celebrating 50 years this year, of course. You do get some special opportunities through the Perth Mint at times with products you have on offer.
Yeah, spot on. A lot of exclusive coins come our way. So look out for those, across the year. At different times they release those. So that is, we're very privileged to have that come from the Perth Mint. But yeah, absolutely 50 years strong this year. Remember, the obviously getting cast bars off Perth Mint, and then that changed to obviously the Rue in '89, I think it was. So a long, long time ago. But yeah, it continues to this day, and watch this space from a Perth Mint point of view as well, because they are, touting that they might launch some different products into the future.
Tremendous. Well, we're hopeful of putting up the Ainslie Collectibles video that I shot last week with a couple of your boys, and got to say, there's been a lot of interest from the collectibles side through the Voice of Freedom audience. Collectibles are a completely different market to what we've been discussing this morning, aren't they?
Spot on. And that's not our specialty. So people often come into store and go, righto, Mr. Coin Shop, can I have a look at all your coins? Because I'd like to see what I'm missing in my collection. We're definitely not that business. We definitely leave that to other specialised businesses that do that. Yes, we obviously do sell a lot of coins, and we sell a lot of special coins from time to time. So there just may be that. But it's a very different market. It's absolutely, there's a market out there for people that like to collect and store. And but yeah, Ainslie's are very much, I mean, we definitely have those, like I said, but we also have bullion per se with regards to cast bars, minted bars and coins for more of the investment angle rather than the collectible angle.
So this weekend, if folks are watching this video and they're looking at the price is now frozen. Gold at $4,058.32, silver at $50.28 until early Monday morning. Ainslie Bullion can facilitate an order at those prices right across the weekend, and Monday morning, who knows, your investment might proof or be ordered at least over the weekend.
Yeah, spot on. You'll get your invoice sent through, and then Monday morning get into the bank or come into store and fix that up, and you get to pick up your product once the transaction's been cleared, and then you'll have your precious metals in your hand, and no one can take them away from you. So yeah, absolutely.
Michael, thanks for spending some time with me on your Saturday morning. Can we get a quick cricket score?
Well, the cricket actually finished, and there's my son there just finished waiting to go home, but
waiting to drive home.
Three overs, 1 for 8 he did today, and scored 20 runs not out. So did all right.
Mate, we've got a
there
budding.
you go. And he just yelled out. Actually, Carl, he just yelled out that he got man of the match as well. So look out.
Good way for it to be.
Yeah. No, all good. Thanks for having me.
Looks like I've dropped out or Michael's dropped out. One of the two.
See you later, Carl.
Oh, might just be Michael. So I'll leave him. Oh, no, he's back. No. Yes, he is back. All right. All right, mate, I'll love you and leave you. You go and enjoy your Saturday. Thank you for spending some time with us today and explaining a little bit more. Of course, ainsleyBullion.com.au is the place to go online. Use my name or Voice of Freedom in the general notes section when you make an order online, and you will get a little discount. Don't expect it to be an earth-shattering discount, because you guys don't make money out of this end of the deal, really, do you?
No, that's exactly right. This is about supporting you, Carl. So, this is all about, if the more from a marketing point of view, that we see your listeners and the people that are supporting you mentioning you all the time, then that's why we do this, so that we then end up knowing where it's effective. What are we spending? Where are we spending? And that's more about the point. So there is a discount though. So
for everything that you've done for me and for the Voice of Freedom and continue to do, and I'm hopeful that we can help encourage people to consider gold, silver, precious metals in general as something of an investment for their futures. And at the moment, I think we're proving that it's not a bad sort of an investment. Thanks, Michael. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, and I look forward to talking next week.
Yeah, cheers, Carl. Enjoy yours. See ya.
Cheers. Michael Engermann, CEO of Ainslie Bullion, spending a day at the cricket with the boys, and good luck to him. I hope you've found that useful, folks. It should answer a lot of your questions. If you are interested in buying gold, silver, or platinum, head to ainsleyBullion.com.au. Don't forget, leave my name or Voice of Freedom in the general notes section. You will get a discount, which is applied at the invoice point of the process. So you hit the button that says send me an invoice. That'll all get applied there and then be sent back to you. So good luck. It's going to be a wildly interesting weekend. Enjoy yourself. Be safe on the roads. Watch out for the dickheads, folks. Love you all.
You let one ant stand up to us, then they all might stand up.
Those puny little ants outnumber us 100.